So yeah, it's actually quite a simple workspace when you get down to it. I'm not going to dive into it too much because it's really very similar to any other kind of REST API driven workspace. You see there's a lot of HTTP callers, sort of unpacking of JSON and then re-managing those attributes to keep your workspace nice and tidy. Fairly standard stuff. So in that first bookmark, what we do is we create some components in FME Flow using the FME Flow REST API. So creating a token, storing that somewhere, assigning the right permissions to that token. Yeah, pretty simple. And then yeah, as we head over to the right, this middle bookmark is creating all of the app content in ArcGIS. So again, leveraging the ArcGIS REST API. I've kept my workspace nice and tidy by hiding that behind another custom transformer. But ultimately what we do is we create a dashboard using the REST API, we publish the service, and we create a group and share that content. And then lastly, once we've finished with that, we then push everything up to our FME Flow environment. So that's done with those last 4 HTTP callers. We use a FME Flow project to get all of the workspaces up there. This is the deployment file. So it's really simple. These 4 columns or these 4 cells are all you need to configure for your kind of global variables or global parameters, sort of telling it where you want the app hosted. And then in the environments, we have a little bit more, but it's really just specifying what content you want to include in your dashboard. So in this example, I've paired together TfL, or Transport for London, with the New Zealand Transport Association, or NZTA. Not that you'd ever be doing that in a regular case, but as I said, I'm kind of relying on stuff in the public domain. You can see there that short name that I'm highlighting there is, being embedded inside the dashboard when we create it, and then by specifying the URL, we can then tell it what content we want to go and browse for.